Monday. I think I'm this last, is it? It is Monday, yeah. This last Monday. I am losing my days and weeks at the moment and dates and stuff, but I do today's the 14th, 14th of July. And the reason why I'm doing this live today is because I'm walking the dogs, but also because I got asked in person by someone who watched my live. I don't know if it was last fortnight or before that, but anyways, this person who lives in my local town said to me, oh, you're that lady who does that YouTube channel. I went, oh, freaked out. Because I have had a lot of messages from people who follow me from all around the world, and some of my friends that I know in real life watch this sometimes and leave me messages, but this was actually a local person in the local town just basically seeing me and going, hey, are you that lady? And I went, oh, it freaked me out, man. It really freaked me out. But the person told me that they found it empowering, so they gave me good feedback. And then they also said, keep going. And so I thought, yeah, okay. And then today I had an appointment with Holyoke. So I've been going to Holyoke for a couple of years now for life keeping support. Because just so you guys know, the other word, the keeping, someone who wants to become unalivened and they struggle with unalivening thoughts, there's another word for it that you all know, and that word is censored. You can't use that word. If you use that word on YouTube, boom, shadow ban. Now, isn't that in itself say everything? That in itself says everything, right? You can't even talk about that process of, like, you can't talk about it in public, on public forums, right? Without censorship laws kicking in. And yet it's a prevalent, I was going to say indictment, and prevalent, it's very ubiquitous. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. Like the amount of people that struggle with creating meaning and the desire to keep going each day. Sometimes, like today's a beautiful day. In my heart and in my body, I want to disappear. I don't want to be here. And there's nowhere to really talk about that. So today at Holyoke, I said to the lady, I'm really, really keen to get out there in the workforce to help others stay alive, because I have managed it. I'm 55 and I've managed it without the help from the mental health system, without the help from the medical system, without the help from professionals, because I've kept slipping through the gaps since I've been asking for help since I was in my early 20s. I just keep getting refused because I don't fit any quotas for any grant money. Like, for example, I'm not Indigenous, I'm not second language speaking, I don't come up from a war-torn country, I'm white, middle class, English speaking, whatever, non-addicted to any, that's right, I wasn't addicted to any drugs, I didn't have any addiction issues, so I didn't fit any criteria for them to tick any boxes to get any grant money for me, or for them to fill out the small-minded spectrum that it all works within. So I kept not getting the supports that I needed, and I know thousands and millions of you are in the same situation. I just didn't fit the criteria, so they couldn't slot me in anywhere. So here I am, 55, doing a YouTube channel. Why? Because 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it was, I lost track of time, when I was trying to stay alive, I couldn't get the help I needed. When I write my books, when I do my reports, when I get all the information out and it's all legal, and I make sure it's all edited properly so there's no slander and defamation, like, I do want to hold the system to account, not just for what they've done to me, but for what they've done to my family, for what they've done to the many human beings who are surviving beautifully without using pharmaceutical medication. People who don't need to use antidepressants, or people who don't choose electric shock treatment, or people who don't choose to become an alcoholic, or people who blah, 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 blah. People who choose to stay alive in a really empowered, healthy manner. Where's our support? Very, 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 very difficult to find. very difficult topic to talk about openly, because highly censored, not just on this forum with what words I can use, but out wherever we are. The more we discuss it, the better. So if I was around a really good friend right now and they said to me, how are you feeling? I would say, my heart is palpitating, I can barely breathe, I'm shaking, like in every way my body just wants to leave itself. Why? Why, peoples? Why? Because I'm having an emotional regulation issue. Now, because I'm out here and I'm doing my YouTube channel because I've been inspired to continue it. So right now I'm having a panic attack and I'm showing it. Why? I got asked to keep going. I've got information that this is helping people and it's empowering people. I came out of a counselling session with Holyoke. They are one of the very few organisations that actually help. You want to know why? They're not government controlled. Okay? However, they are very under-resourced, understaffed, but they actually care. They actually do a good job. And after an hour with that lady, I have ascertained with her, I said, I really need to get back into the work field. I've become a hermit. I was really one of those super hyper-vigilant, super productive, very, entrepreneurial, just out there, boom, 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 achieving this, that, and rah, in my early 30s. And then in my late 40s, early 50s, everything broke down on me. My body broke down, my mind broke down. The earlier channels, the early videos of this YouTube channel, you will all see they're raw as. There's a lot of them that I've still kept on private until I've worked out the defamation laws and there's some legality issues that I've got to deal with before some of the private videos I put up. But I was wanting to, what actually happened was back then I was isolated, I didn't know anyone. I was really struggling to make sense of everything, to stay alive, and God said, tell the world your story. So that's why I did that YouTube channel initially, because I thought, I don't know who to reach out to. So I'll reach out to the world, and whoever out there who wants to be part of this can come to me. And it happened. It was amazing. Like, I literally had people from all over the world sending me messages. And one of my YouTube views had something like 4,000, whilst I was doing the live, there was like 4,000 people watching. It was freaking me out, but I thought, no, I'm protected. I can do this, and they wouldn't be watching if they don't want to. Like, it's their choice, blah, blah. That was ages ago, and I was raw as, so it was coming out in real, like, you want to watch those early YouTubes? Man, you can see how depressed I am. You can see how I'm barely alive. Today I am alive, peoples, but I'm struggling. And I said to this the lady at Holyoke, I'm just tired. I'm disappointed with it still being a struggle, because I'm 55 and I've been doing a lot of self-help work since I was in my early 20s, 15 upwards. So I've spent a lot of my life trying to create for this body and this person to be like functional, to be able to. And in the old days, I was given the support and I was given the recognition of like a CEO. I really admired and respected and looked up to, but it wasn't a facade per se. But I wasn't presenting everything. Like a lot of who I am. Well, one, I didn't even know it back then. Okay. A lot of what's happening now only came up about 3 years ago. So when I was younger, it was different. I was, like a lot of us are, like I was more driven, but I was very warrior-like. I was super resilient, very efficient. And then I became, I'm going to use the word weak, but vulnerable, fatigued, broken. My body broke down. I became a cripple, became bedridden. This last couple of years has been really challenging in that regard. However, the outcome, I hope that's not, the wind's not there. I might shut this off soon. What I'm going to say to you, peoples, is the outcome is this healing process that I'm in, and where I'm at with this YouTube channel. that's what I've decided. I would like to make this my business. Not as big as Joe Rogan, but I wouldn't mind this being my income, because I can actually make a difference. I'm not as controlled as if you're working in an institution where there's systems that you must abide by, and yes, there's censorship. There is conditions with this forum, but it's a lot more open and freeing, and I can do interactivity. And so that's what I was talking to this lady at Holyoke about, because part of me wants to work for Holyoke, or there's so many places I want to work, but I also know that I don't think I have the ability to be around people much. Like, that's what I was telling her, like, I love people, but I really need a lot of alone time. So I worked out with her that if I really focus on this being a job, and I make it really professional, and because I don't know if I told you this, but Facebook has granted me professional dashboard status. So thanks to all you followers, thanks to my numbers, I've somehow hit a criteria where I'm allowed to turn my Facebook and my YouTube I've been given professional status, which means I'm allowed to use my YouTube and my Facebook as a business. It's called Professional Dashboard, and they say you are eligible, based on, sorry, I'm just going down a slippery, I'll show you. It's a bit slippery. So when I hit that Professional Dashboard status, I was like, whoa, next level. So I'm legally allowed to use my Facebook and my YouTube as a business and advertise it, and so that means I do the ABN and the insurance and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, all I need to do is get the bravery to make it real, okay, and bring some money into my partner's and mine and my animal's life, and I can help people but still have my alone time. So that's where I'm at, darlings. And one of the reasons why I'm feeling so emboldened by this, there's two things that happened yesterday. One, a beautiful young man, a local in my local town, let me know he found my YouTube empowering. And two, a lady at church that I didn't know, a stranger, just walked up to me and said, I'm in deep grief. And I went, whoa. Like, I just looked at her, she came right up to me, I'm in deep grief. And I looked at her and I just put my hands around her neck, like the back of her neck. And then I put my hands up here, and then I spoke to her about grief. Now, this is a stranger just coming to me. And today, obviously within the setting of church, and she's seen me around and stuff, but I didn't know her name. I found out later. But in saying that, what actually happened to me also with my Holyoke appointment today was, I'm ready. Look, I've been wanting to step up for such a long time to be of service to the world. And I keep thinking it involves like being in a professional office or being a teacher, but then every time I think to do anything like that, I freak out because I don't see the dog's running. I don't actually really like being around people too much. Like, I get overwhelmed. I have high anxiety. I'm very empathic, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm good for everyone, because I get drained really easily if I'm around energies that are very draining, okay? And there's a lot of people out there in pain and suffering, and yeah, I've just come to realise that I need a lot of alone time, everyone. And yeah, getting that feedback about my channel being empowering face to face, like someone saying it to my face, a stranger. And I've had my friends say the same thing who watch it. They don't always watch it because in the beginning they were a bit too long, I think, a bit too raw. And some of my friends know the story, and we have those sorts of conversations face to face. But anyways, that's where I'm at, guys. I guess what I really want to show you, like, okay, so if you saw me on the street, would you think I'm someone who is struggling to stay alive? Hi, how are you today? wow, look at this beautiful day. You know, blah, blah, blah. In here, there's this really deep, big, aching hole. I don't know how to get it out. And here, it's like just this heaviness, and I don't know how to heal it. Like, I know God can heal everything. This is such a complex story, this grief process, and it's about life, peoples. I know we all want life to be peaceful, productive. I don't know, it's really complicated, like, I know that all is perfect, and yet at the same time I feel this dread. Like, and it's not fear, okay? It's just dread of, so we'll talk about that next time. It's just a really, and when I open this up, I really want to get some collaboration with everyone, because in here, you know, like, I don't know how to heal it, everyone. And in my heart, that's what I was saying to this lady at Holyoke, there's this deep grief for me, and I keep thinking or praying that I'll eventually heal it, or it'll eventually come out, and it's hard to describe unless you feel it yourself. It's very compressing. It's very restrictive. And then at the same time, we're like, we know it's irrational. We know it's nothing. So anyways, that's where I'm hoping we can change in our world, is because I know there's thousands and millions of people like me out there. And the interesting thing is, so many of these people are drawn to me. They come to me in real life. Like, I have strangers come to me. Just come, walk up. They've been doing this since I was in my early 20s, just walking up to me. It's like I have something that they need. And that's happened for me. I've had people there for me, strangers as well. But yeah, to how to formalise that and make it into something that's more formulated, so that it's more accessible to the young ones, and accessible to people who maybe are home alone, or people who are agoraphobic, people who don't really have the confidence just to reach out and speak out. Some of us are a bit more gregarious than others. How do we help heal this world? Yeah, just there's a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, and I'm in heaven here, true heaven, and I struggle to maintain it. I struggle to I was literally just ready to unaliven myself and to go somewhere. Now, why? Everyone, why? So this is where we're at, peoples. Okay, this is where we're at. And let's keep focusing on healing our beautiful planet. All right, now, I hear came on Monday out of commitment, and I shall come again, all right? And my promise is, with the support of Holyoke and some friends who can help me with the website and this and that, my promise is that I will create this to be a professional, some sort of trustee type scenario, some sort of, like, something really where we can make a real, I like the word formulated, something a bit more with some boundaries, you know, and something where we can reach, just reach out more. Anyways, I'm going to send lots of blessings, and see you, if not next Monday, definitely the Monday after. So if it's not next Monday, it'll be Monday fortnight, but we'll stick with Mondays for now, okay? Just to get a bit of a rhythm and a formulation happening. God bless, and yeah, people, let's pray. Let's keep our thoughts out for those who choose to feel thoroughly, okay, without using numbifying habits or substances, or, you know, let's pray for all those people who feel fully and doing emotional regulation and getting back into the peace of the beauty of all that is. God bless. God bless. I've got to remember how to turn this thing off. This happens every time. God bless. God bless.